Welcome to How to Play Ambient Guitar, Episode 7. On today's video, we're going to be looking at delays. Yes, long delays and how we can use them to create amazing chordal and melodic textures, a technique better known as Frippertronics. Let's get to work. Yeah, Frippertronics. So what is Frippertronics? It is a technique that was popularized by Robert Fripp, the guitarist and founder of a prog rock band called King Crimson. Robert Fripp also did a lot of work with Brian Eno, so if you're into ambient music, you'll know who he is as a pioneer of what we consider modern ambient music. And what Fripp did was he actually put two reel-to-reel tape decks together so that he could get long delay times using the distance between the record head and the play head. He would actually put them together. I will include some examples of Frippertronics by Robert Fripp in the video description below, so you can check them out. The upshot of his experiments was that he was able to get delay times of between 4 and 16 seconds. Now, mind you, this was before digital delays. This is back in the late 60s through the 70s, so a good long time ago. I remember as a younger guitar player, when I heard Robert Fripp, man, it just blew me away. So, how do we get this with our digital equipment today? Well, first of all, you're going to need a delay unit that can create long delays. Let me turn some stuff off here. I've got the Boss DD500, pretty new device, and it can create delays of up to 10 seconds. So that's pretty cool. I've got a delay set up here of 4 seconds. Let me let you just listen to it here. All right. Kind of painfully slow, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to keep going here for a second because I've got tails set on the delay. It's a 4-second delay, so you might be thinking, man, shut up. What can I do with that? Well, actually, there's all kinds of things you can do with it if you're playing longer lines, longer notes in chords or melodies. Now, what I'd like you to do, if you haven't already done so, is go back and watch How to Play Ambient Guitar Episode 5, in which I describe a way to set up distorted lead guitar tones. And that's what I've got set up here today. And we're going to work with some distorted tones to create chords and melodic textures. So here's my tone. This is just plain, no delay effects. Okay, so if you watched episode 5, hope you did, you'll learn how to create that type of tone. I've got 2 delays actually set up on the floor. I talked about the DD500. I've also got the Strymon Timeline set up with kind of an ambient, washy kind of delay just for some background instead of reverb. Which is, that's actually pretty cool sounding. It's in and of itself, isn't it? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that timeline on. Again, it's for that ambient background, totally optional. If you don't have 2 delays, but you do have a reverb, you can use a reverb instead of the timeline or some other delay. Now, what I'm going to do is turn on the 4-second delay coming off of the DD500, and I'm going to play basically the notes of a chord. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to play a G. Actually, let me turn off the distortion for a minute. I'm going to play a G. I'm going to play an A. And I'm going to play a D. So it's basically going to be a G add 9. Okay, but I'm only going to play one note at a time with the delay on. So let's see what it sounds like. Pretty cool, huh? Actually, it's very cool. So by playing one note at a time, you, with a distorted tone, you actually get a clean chord because each note of the chord is played separately. So you're not getting, your typical, you're not getting your typical distorted kind of power chord kind of thing. You're getting a clean chord. It's three distorted tones. They're being held out and sustained by the delay itself. Well, let's think about that. What could we do with that? What if we changed chords? So what if we played a G chord and then moved to a C chord using that same technique? So let me go ahead and play these notes for you, just clean with no delay so you can hear what I'm going to play. Again, we're going to do the G, A, and a D. Okay, so there's our G chord. And then I'm going to play a C, an E, and also D. So that's a C9, right? Okay, and let's hear what that sounds like with all the goodies turned on. Here we go. So pretty cool, isn't it? You can, by using the longer delay, you can have your chords kind of blend into one another and create this wash of chords over time. Now, I do have my delay set pretty high on the repeats or the feedback, and you'll want to adjust that to taste a little more, a little less, whatever you're trying to accomplish as you're playing around with this technique. All right, so what else can we do with this? Well, if you've got a delay that has a freeze button or a hold button that allows you to kind of freeze the delay in place, you can create a chord through this Frippertronics effect and play lead over top of it. Now, the Boss DD500 does indeed have a hold effect so that you can play a little bit, have the delays kick in, and then you can hit the hold button and it will just repeat the delays forever. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and create a chord background, and then I'm going to play some leads, not delays, play some leads over top of it. And I'm going to turn the timeline back on so we've got that ambience going. So let's check that out. I'm going to kind of play in E minor. Here we go. There you have it. using delays, long delays, to create amazing chordal and melodic textures. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. I've got ambient guitar-related content coming every week. And as always, I'll see all of you on the next video.